Right, you'll have to excuse the weird colours on the screen. It's just how my iPad picks up my screen. So what you need to do is get some good quality photographs of your books in this position. So you need a good picture of the whole cover of the book, and you need as good a quality as possible. So this side is really good quality. This side is naff and will come out blurry, but for my purposes I don't care. The main thing I want is I want the front cover to be good quality, because that's the part that would be seen in my display. So obviously if you want to show the whole book, you're going to need to print it off for better quality. So what I did was I selected the pictures I wanted, and that one. And in fact, no, what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to edit some. So if I do, what's that one? I did start off by taking a photograph of the front and back covers, but that was weird, so I'd like to put it together to make a book. So it's easier if you just have the book open. Helps if I look in the right file. Okay, so I'm going to open this one. This one I'm having a problem with printing because it's just really dark. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, first of all, I'll have a look at the brightness and contrast, see if that helps. Okay. And I've left it as a massive image. Oh, there it is. Couldn't find export as. Book one. I'm exporting these as JPEGs. You can export them in whatever file format you prefer. And the other one I'm having problems with printing is that one. I just took one picture of it, I think. So what I'm going to do is just see if I can tweak this a bit, because the problem I've got with this picture is the book is very pale when I print it off. So if I up the brightness, but I'm going to up the contrast. See how that's a bit sharper. The back cover is going to look rubbish, but the front cover is where I want the detail. So see how that stands out a bit better now compared to how it was. So if I reset that, so you see before it was like, it's okay, but it's not the best. So I'm going to up the brightness and then up the contrast. I want the words "not magic" to be really nice and clear. So that's a bit far, but that's okay. Okay, so let's export that one. Book 2, I'll call that. For my purposes, JPEGs are fine. I normally save images as PNGs, but it doesn't matter. Right, so what I'm going to do now is go into mini books and find my new ones. There's book 1 and book 2. I'm going to select those and I'm going to print them. And I'm going to go down to contact sheet and I'm going to undo the button where it says fit to frame, and it will make them slightly smaller in the frame. I'm going to make sure they're on high quality and obviously set for the paper setting I've got. Now obviously I'm working with a printer that's a bit old and it's not the best, so my printer's idea of high quality is not the best, but it'll do for my purposes. So I sent that to print. Okay, so because I've altered the quality, like altered the brightness and contrast, instead of having a very faded out looking book, which is my first attempt. I've now got one I can read a lot clearer. So sometimes it's just a case of altering the brightness and contrast. That one's a little bit better. It's not the best. It's not the best picture, to be fair. So what you do now is, first of all, cut those out. And like I said, because I've got like glare off the sun on that one, the back cover is going to be rubbish, but the front cover is a lot better than it was. And you cut the book out of the picture. So I've took these pictures, so there's a bit of a gap around the edge of the book, so I'm just cutting off the excess from the photo. Oops, like so. Now I know I haven't got it perfectly squared off, but when I trim later on it will be. And then what you do is take a piece of A4 paper and cut a strip that's going to be similar width to the book. I ain't too bothered about being exact, and you want to cut along like that, and I'm going to do 2 of those because I'm doing 2 books. Now the next step depends on whether you want a book that looks like this with individual pages, or whether you want one that looks like, where is it? Oh, I think I did them all the same. Hold on. Oh, I did them the same. It doesn't matter. So if you want to have individual pages that you can flick through, you need to do it this way. If you're not bothered, you can do it the other way. So first of all, take your piece of paper and fold it so it's roughly the width of the book, and you keep doing a fold, like a little fan fold. So you go fold it over at the front, then fold it over at the back, fold at the front and at the back, front and back, and you keep going until it's the thickness you want. I'll do a couple more and then I think that'll be fine. Right, that'll do the trick. So I'm just going to cut off the excess, and then so you've got this shape, and what you need to do is take this piece, put some glue on it, fold it so it goes round the back to the beginning, so it holds the whole thing together like that. This is one where it'll look like that when it opens up, and you can actually I'm going to put a bit more glue on this. I'm going to put glue along the spine, the side of the signature I've effectively made, just to make that sticking a bit better. Then you get your cover and you put glue all over it on the inside. Doobie-doo. Take the closed edge of the piece of paper you just made and wrap your book around it, book cover around it. Trim off the excess like so, and once you've glued it on, it looks like this. Like I said, because of the sun on the back of that in the picture, it doesn't come out well, but the front came out better. So it might be a case of just tweaking the brightness and contrast. And then the other way I do it, if you wanted, I mean, to be fair, it came out. I forget, we'll just stick it with that way, that's the quickest way. So fold it at the front, fold it at the back, get it as thick as you want. Obviously I'm not being super neat, but if it doesn't come out perfect, it's fine. That's a bit, my last piece is not quite the right size. Okay, so you've got this shape, and then I'm going to put glue on there and on the back here. So glue on the back. This will just help all the little signatures stick to the cover. Well, fake signatures. That's going to go around like so. So that's all attached. Then put glue all over your front cover, all over the front cover. And unfortunately, I've left my glue uncovered a bit, so it's going a bit hard. And wrap the book around. Make sure that the spine on the photograph is on the spine of the mini book. And then, so it'll look ugly when you first do it. It'll look like that, but you just trim off all the extra paper. And a nice sharp pair of scissors will do it. You could use a craft knife if you wanted. So yeah, that's a little book. You could put a few more signatures in if you wanted it a bit thicker. Basically, all you got to do is the strip of paper you use. If you want to have your book a bit thicker, just use a longer strip of paper. Like maybe cut a strip about this big, but the length of an A3 sheet of paper. Or just get a couple of these and then glue them together, because what you can do is, let's say this was the first pages, like the first page insert I'd made, and you just glue it into the next one, and then you can make your books fatter. But I don't mind them being thin, to be fair. So that is how to turn your books on your bookshelf into miniature books for a display, for a dollhouse or for a model. So I've just done these ones. I'm probably going to turn these, I'm going to do like a witch's shelf, so that's why I've done these sort of more wicker themed books. But you could, maybe you've got like, I don't know, the Harry Potter books or something, you could just take photos of your book collection and make miniatures. So that's how I make mini books for miniatures. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it useful. And this also saves you from buying printables like this one. This one's a free one I found on Google, so you can find some free ones on Google. This is where I got it from. But obviously these are for personal use only, whereas obviously I want to use these on YouTube and stuff, so that's why I make my own. So yeah, all it costs you is time and a bit of ink. It's cheaper than buying kits and sets. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, hope you found it useful. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.